Every business has a workflow, whether they know it or not. Some companies are more aware of it than others. And we take the workflow and we try to uncomplicate it as much as possible and write it down. And once it's written down and everybody's clear on what the workflow is, it becomes like an assembly line. You understand when they used to build the cars, like once upon a time, there's one person that would build it from scratch, right? And that took really long. So they came up with this assembly line. There was a process. And what happened afterwards is that they were able to remove a lot of the people in the assembly line and use robots for it. And it was very obvious to see what needs to happen, what to use the robots for first, because all the tasks were like so clear. Take out one person, you put in a robot instead, and it's easy to test, it's easy to see, it just becomes very clear. We're like the outside view on that workflow, and when it becomes messy, you find yourself stuck, or you find yourself chasing your tail. That happens more often than not. Companies become too busy and they can't even think of what needs to happen. They're so jammed and they're just trying to catch up that they can't take that step back and say, okay, like how should this work? And even if it's something that you can't automate, right? You can't use a robot for, you can't use a system for. It's still like once you know the process, it becomes very obvious like whether you need to hire another person or whether you need to maybe free up resources a different way, maybe automate a different part of the process, and like that you get somebody to work on what's important, what only a human can do.